All right, guys. Let's see. Let me get my laptop. All right.
Or Savior what? Retail.
Ugh.
Savior what? That ain't they're really coming in.
Ugh.
They ain't that nuts. Or are they?
Matthew, what's up, para? Couple of glasses of milk a day will keep the doctor away.
See that? Oh, look at that in the garage. I didn't think there was going to be anybody out here.
Let me eat this real quick, Frank, and then I'll look on here on the computer while this is playing. Oh boy, these things are like fucking cardboard now, these wake-up wraps.
Yeah. Florida. Tallahassee. He's the one that was actually smoking on the bus. They asked him to get the frig off.
2 months. Wow, it's it grew that much in 2 months. That was really good. I feel like I could eat 20 of those things.
If they're okay. Good, I ain't gonna worry about anything going on in the cellar.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh no, here we go again. shit.
Alright, maybe this isn't the one here. Let's see.
Yeah, I like keeping my stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what they call it, but eclectic or whatever. I like the old stuff. I don't really care for the new stuff. Like all the toys and collectibles and everything that I have, they're all from my time period, not from today's kids' time period. So
Looks
in
like a
other words,
burrito.
talk about 70s and 80s. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I got air conditioning in here, so I don't have to worry about that either.
Yeah, no.
You know, just flip on the air conditioning and put it on the TV and chill.
Yep. That's all.
What did I do? I went shopping yesterday. I went and bought fish sticks, some hamburger, some waffles, gallon of milk. Trying to think what else I bought. There was a bunch of things. It was like $118. But I only do that like once a month or
Yeah.
once every other month. Yeah, oh yeah. Actually, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'll try and turn this over this way. See it there? That's the air conditioner.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. I don't know whether it's going to rain or not.
Not
I
a
bought
fucking
baseball
milk.
cards up too. That's another thing I collect. I kept all the old ones that I had, and I got rid of all the mass-produced ones. You know,
Yeah,
like
right.
89 tops. Those years I could do without. They're just ridiculous. Like I ran across me having 2 Fleer Ken Griffey Jr. cards. They're rookies. And then I found some Don Russ ones.
Me,
They're only about
me,
$30.
I, you.
That's like mass produced. But I have multiples of those. I think I have like 8 of those.
Excuse me.
Then I have error cards. I have Nolan Ryan, which is like a reverse photo, and then this cartoon drawing of this other player, which is also a reverse.
That's all
Rather
reverse.
odd. Oh, I have 18 eggs. That's right, I did buy eggs. I bought them last night too. Also bought butter. I can't think what else. I have
Butter.
pies in there,
He bought the butter.
French fries, sausage. Oh, that's it. That's what I bought. I bought 3 packages of sweet Italian sausage.
There you go, Jimmy.
You can make, what was it, peppers and onion with sausage, or you can use them for like breakfast sausage or
You
whatever.
suck, Peppers.
Make a sausage sandwich, you know, like a hoagie. That's a busy area around here. Yeah, so we were just talking, there was somebody that thinks that they busted me in another lie about me working for a company I used to work for. But if you remember when I left my home, or when I was leaving my home, I actually had a Cassidy van there.
Oh, yeah?
And that was a retired vehicle. So in other words, they can't use it for a school vehicle anymore. And on the way of towing it out, the engine blew up. So here's my question to the people who think that they're catching me every time I turn around, that I'm still driving for them or whatever. What makes you think I couldn't just buy the van? What makes you think that I couldn't get a vehicle that's retired? and just use it for my own personal thing, you know?
No.
But I figured, well, we'll just leave them be, and think that they got something when they don't.
We got a lot, Rich. We got a lot.
It's these people, they actually go to the worst extreme possible that they can. They don't rationalize anything out. It smells like burgers.
Oh, he smells burgers, folks.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. But I like to make it known when I do my live streams or whatever video I do, just so that way they're aware that they pretty much made themselves look stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one place I would never go to again. Guy just put a whole bunch of Kentucky Fried Chicken on the top of his car. My brother and I, we went there once, and the skin on the chicken was literally just falling right off.
That's how he
It
likes
was
it.
undercooked, and it was red. You know, at the bone. Like when you're cooking chicken, you have to take your time with that. You can't just like, okay, 20 minutes, done. Has to be a certain temperature and everything, you know? If not, you could get sick. They're still dealing with this guy with the jet ski. I don't know if he's allowed to have it in there or not. I don't think he's a Jersey resident. I don't think he lives here. I think he lives somewhere else. I don't know, weird.
Ever notice how he's always worried about other
What?
people's shit?
On the van, that one was given to me. The first one was actually a freebie. I think they knew it was going south. You know, usually when they hit about 188,000 miles, the school vans that they had, they'd usually go south, you know, something wrong with them. And I knew there was something wrong with the one I had, not engine wise, but the brake boost system needed to be, you know, installed. There was one that was sitting on the floor in the front of the van. Oh my God, is it ever? Nothing for nothing, but I don't have my ex-wife here, you know, with her honey-do list and the annoyance factor and everything else. It's
Always
nice and quiet.
something, Rich, isn't it?
No, not yet. I'm still not settled in, David. I'm only here kind of like somewhat, you know what I mean? I still have stuff that I have to get out of my storage facility. And, you know, still move it in. I got Dale Earnhardt stuff. I got radios. I have some glassware. What the hell was the other one? Radios, Dale Earnhardt stuff, glassware, and records and record players. That should be about it. The record players are new though; they're brand new in box. Just like the air fry ovens, I brought them up. Some guy came up to me yesterday. He's like, "Oh, I can get these sold for you right now." Of course, he couldn't. I think his girlfriend or whatever said, "Nope." But I have 5 brand new air fry ovens, and I have, I think, 3 or 4 brand new coffee makers.
Oh, wow.
Then I got crystal glassware. I have my ex-wife's mother's bone china. I have my grandmother's carnival glass, or depression glass, and some other stuff here and there, you know? Okay, well, he put the jet ski in there, but he has the trailer. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you put the jet ski in there and not leave the trailer there? Nobody can get in there and take it. No, we're not allowed to have them here. Otherwise, I would have been cooking El Barbecue Dente long ago.
All that
But I
fuck.
have what we call like a skillet. You know, you can cook it like that on there. So I was going to take some sweet Italian sausage because I got 4 packages of it in there in the freezer. Take one out, put it in the microwave, let it thaw, and throw it on the skillet and just like cook it like you would barbecue, a little crispy, you know?
Which has got a big butt and it getting up loud.
Yep. Smells like barbecue from here. I'm wondering who's doing it.
That's Rich's biggest concern. He can smell barbecue, folks.
Oh well. Yeah. Got close. Oh, he did close the 8. Yeah, I'd like to do that too, but I can't do it here. Might be able to do it out in the parking lot. I'll have to ask her. But they don't want us keeping the barbecue up here. Fire hazard, insurance reasons, that's why, Sonia.
Yeah. Fucking
They had
1,800 a
somebody that
month. You
actually
can't
did
have a barbecue.
and they burnt up the side of the building. So should be putting it out in a wide open area like this parking lot here where the cars are. Got plenty of room to put it there, you know. Plus you got enough restaurants around here. There's a restaurant across the street. Got the pizza place up the road. I don't know what else. There's a liquor store up the road too. But I don't drink, so I don't need to go there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right. Folks, you forgive me. I'm putting some of these. I got some old pins that were my grandfather's. I'm trying to put them on this hat. Old Aleppo.
It's got like a. I want to think it's like a
You guys
90s
can see that.
type Trailblazer. He has to get underneath it in order to put it in gear. He drives it off. No, I won't. But somebody else might. You know what I mean? You got to remember, I had my own house for 20 years. I barbecued all the time.
Yeah, you did.
But, you know, when you're renting, it's different. It's not the same as a house, you know? Like, I'm lucky to have two cars here. And I got another one at my friend's house. Because normally they don't allow you to have 2 cars here. They don't allow you to have 1. That's it.
That's it. What are we thinking? Still got the old school American pin, and then this is what Jinx needs for his hat.
Well, we're not even allowed to smoke inside. I have to smoke out here. I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah.
The person that was in
Rich,
did smoke inside.
Jinx
They
Clover
see
said, and
the wall.
to Barry and Rich, you can suck his.
The walls is from the nicotine.
Wow.
Like those boom boxes that I have really can't come out here and get obnoxious with it because you can get evicted for that kind of stuff, you know. So or whatever. My TV stays on 24/7. So it's either one in the bedroom or the one in the living room goes on. Yeah, that whole license last year went to waste. I didn't go once. Went and bought the license, but didn't do anything with it. So hopefully this year, yeah, should be time for it. Should have time to do it. So, you know, rebreathe that in twice. Once is enough. You know, and I don't even smoke anywhere near as much as I used to. And I'm now, like I said, ultralights. I'm not on regulars. Off that. I went from regular reds to lights, and now I'm at ultralights.
The lights, folks.
And usually I don't smoke any more than 3 of those a day.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good, you know.
Okay.
Weaning myself off, but it takes a little time, that's all. No. And the other one I didn't either. You know, the one that I had prior to that. I think they only allowed, like with a van, I think it's only about 7 or 8 years. And then after that, they retire it.
Oh
So
yeah.
you can't drive
All right. Let's see what's going on
you
here.
can't drive kids in a school vehicle after that. That's how old my other one was. The other one that blew up, that was actually about 8 years old when I got it. So, and that one I got for free, title and all. But when I moved, like I said, because I hadn't touched the thing at all since I've had it, you know, when we got it, I got it up on the trailer, but when he got it off at the junkyard,
The Genius Slims.
I think it blew a rod through the pan or something. You can only maintain them for a certain amount of time, you know. The stuff that they make nowadays is nothing like the old stuff. No, I was thinking about just getting a rowboat, nothing more than that. I don't want a money pit.
A
You know what
rowboat?
I'm saying? Something I could fit on the top of my Jeep,
What?
that's fine, you know?
Are you fucking... What? What? Did this fat fuck just say he's gonna get a rowboat? Jimmy, you realize you need a fucking center console to keep you in the
No,
water,
that was
dude.
with the PT Cruiser. PT Cruiser
I want to
used
see
go
you
flat
get in a
first.
rowboat.
They were aluminum
Please.
rims dipped in chrome. And once the chrome started separating from the aluminum, it would usually separate right at the bead, which would cause the tires to go flat. That's the reason why that happened. That was the PT Cruiser. That's what I had, and that's what got crushed. And then
That's
also the
fucking
old
nuts.
Mobile was crushed.
He's gonna buy a
Even though I
rowboat.
had it running, it was just too much of an expense to try and locate original front end pieces, you know, and try and put it back together.
I want to
So,
see
I got
him
rid
get
of it.
in a
Nobody
rowboat.
wanted it anyway. Nobody's going to buy something like that. Not unless they're looking for.
Could
me.
you
I
imagine
think
him
that
rowing?
too, because you know, with the air conditioning compressor being snapped away from its mounting bracket, and the fan blades, as well as the fan shroud. You know, like the fan shroud was like over this way, and the fan's over here. So that wasn't going to do me any good either. Yeah, I know. But you know what? The thing is like I said, I could tell I was going downhill way before, you know, that when I was doing the body work on it. Because I had very few days where I was actually doing well, you know. But it would still require me to sit down. And then, you know, the thing with the 57 really upset me because of the fact that I didn't get all the work to it. And then I had some idiot sitting there break into the trunk, which was already open. It wasn't even locked. Bust the lock off, bit up the area where the lock goes in, you know, like a dent in it, just to grab shit out of the back of it. It didn't belong to them anyway, you know, and this is not Patterson. This is not Newark. This is not Hillside. It's not, Kearney, and it's not Elizabeth. That kind of stuff shouldn't be going on up here. People shouldn't be putting their hands on other people's property.
Oh, yeah.
I always like to make sure I have a second car handy in case something happens with the first one. You know what I mean? Like dead battery, alternator, flat tire, suspension problem, whatever. Because I live in an area where it's not like easy access to get to things. What was open? Yeah, the trunk lid was open. It wasn't even latched. So they did that for nothing. They did that out of spite.
What a fucking joke this guy is.
And then it took me a while to gather up the strength in order to grab my tools from the bucket that was put in the carport. But ultimately, I grabbed them and put them in the back of my my car, my Jeep. Yep. And the doors were locked. It's like I had my welding machine in there, and they pulled that out of there. What the hell are you doing inside my car taking my shit out? It don't belong to you. That's why the doors are locked, stupid, Guess they thought it was theirs or something. It's not. Title's not in their name. They don't have possession of it. I do. If they say it's like abandoned on their property, I'd be like, no, it isn't, and it wasn't, because I still have my real estate agent dealing with that.
Look at this fucking mutt. I can't stand this fucking fat fuck. I really can't.
No. I'll get it back together. It's just going to take some time, that's all. Around like a chicken with his head cut off.
Yep.
It's not like the windows were broken, so they must have used like a coat hanger or something in order to pull the buttons up.
Who gives a fuck? Dude, nobody touched your fucking
those buttons stick. They're not that easy to open up, like to unlock.
You're gonna see something pretty cool. Isn't this cool? Oh, it's a big one. It's a big one, Richie.
Got these ducks over here. 2 oddballs, one with a green head and the other one has got a brown head. Looks like a little sinkhole too. Oh, now they're coming my way because they hear me. What are you quackers doing, huh? Quackers. Probably gonna check to see if there's some food, and when they find there's not, they'll go back the other way. I'd rather have them here than the damn Canadian geese.
Good morning, Rich 220 fan page.
They like to crap all over your property while they eat the hell out of your grass.
Come on, guys. 3 likes, 10 people. Come on, smash that like button. Smash it like Rich would smash a hoagie.
That's funny. One of them is actually, I think it's a regular bike. Yep, it's a motor or a battery operator bike. Well, but
No,
the funny thing is that the guy did the addition on the deck of the house. So in other words, he made another room. He permits, but nevertheless he did it. And then the house looked like it went abandoned for like months.
Smash the hoagie.
For no
Yeah, I
reason.
think that's what we're gonna
There was
call it.
Nothing happening, you know.
The hoagie button.
So
There we go.
It gave me time to, go and grab my tools and at least have something I can work with the car, you know. But there was still a toolbox that was also loaded up with tools as well, and I just didn't have time to go and get them, so I guess they took them. Whatever. And 4 doors to another '57 Chevy are still there. I can't. I don't know where they went. I don't know if they're underneath my thing or not. I don't hear them quacking now, so they might have went around the other side of the building. There's only 2. They stay around here all the time. Let me see.
I'm sure you could hit them up and oh my god, look at those fucking flappers. Holy shit.
No, they went on the other side of the building. Not even over here now.
I know, right? He's looking at him like I could eat.
A wheelchair. I was like, yeah, because moving in here with a wheelchair.
Look at him. What?
That's a baby stroller.
What a fucking loser.
It took me, 3-4 months to move in here?
How long is it gonna take you to move out? It ain't gonna take fucking, you ain't gonna have that long, bud. Guys, make sure to go over and leave a review at Mr. C's Lodging.
David, I really just rather keep the camera on me.
And let them know what they got there.
Wasp. I don't want them in there. See if you can see. Right on the corner of the door frame.
Yeah, look at this shit. Now he comes in under his armpits and he's gonna smell them. Watch.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody new. We got bags in the back of the vehicle, so. Can't believe that the wasps are out already.
The
That's
wasp.
crazy.
It's crazy, guys.
One is just sitting there on the door frame. He's not moving.
Ooh, baby, I love. What are you doing, you little mutt? What are you doing? Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Look at this fucking mutt. Gee, letting that. Oh, imagine the stink. Forgot the cheese.
The other 2 went. There were 2 others. One was flying around by the gutter. I think the other one was up on the gutter.
Anybody want a little regatta cheese? This fucking guy.
Now looks like the sun cracked well again. So we got FedEx that runs on Saturday. We have Prime that runs on Saturday. I don't know about UPS though. I didn't see any of their trucks today. Maybe he's packing everything back up in the car.
It was past. No, I loved it, man. I thought it was great. I thought that shit was great.
Got this Uber driver. I guess she's gonna go see her boyfriend or something. Uber stays in, just goes to work. They got this other lady named Nicole. Who's got a daughter that's in middle school, and they go away every weekend. I remember the other day, they came out of the building, and I'm coming out of my car, and all of a sudden, the lady's daughter is actually losing it because the wind is very potent and it's blowing everything around, and the girl's got some kind of like school project that she wanted to go and bring in, and it's like very awkward for her to handle it or whatever, so pieces are flying off it and she's getting upset. Then her mother is getting upset. She's like, I can't deal with this anymore. And I'm like, you know what? You just gotta realize that sometimes it's not your kid that's, causing you the anxiety. It's Mother Nature,
Listen to fucking Rich giving parents advice.
You can't blame the kid for everything. You can, but what's the point of it? Kid has nothing to do with it. It's out of their control.
Listen to this.
It's out of the mother's control too. Said that to her the other day too. I was like, yeah, it was not your daughter's doing that, She wasn't trying to upset you. It was Mother Nature messing with the project she had.
Listen to this fucking guy.
Class or whatever, and Mother Nature was making it difficult for her to handle it. Some parents don't pay attention to that though,
Listen to this fucking guy.
Well, folks, I think I'm going to get off here for a while. Not really much to talk about. whatever we did have to talk about, we already did do that.
Alright, that's good, Rich. Let me see. I'm sorting through laundry, guys, as I'm multitasking here.
Happy Sunday. Ugh. I don't know why it always looks like it's gonna rain out here.
It's off. Rich is awfully glad it's raining.
No, I'm not talking about you, Chris. I'm talking about Knucklehead Garage.
Michael Mafia.
We're gonna play this crap all day. Pull my freaking matches out every time I'm trying to light this. Funny, we had somebody sitting there talking about he bent over to 57 Chevy a while back and, something about my butt swallowing half of my sweatpants and stuff like that. He's like, nobody wants to see that shit. Who wants to look at your ass? I'm like, apparently you do, Mr. What they call that? Over describing things.
Over describing things. Your fucking whole asshole hangs out.
So, I mean, that's up to you. If you are, more power to you. If you're not,
Oh, there he goes with the gay
it's
talk.
not gonna be one way or the other. Like if you ain't, if you're not, then what the hell are you sitting there describing me my butt for? Ugh. That's the way I look every time I get up. Shit, I look like Wreck-It at Hesper's.
Is this how I
Jason's
look?
brother.
Is this how I look, folks?
Yeah, I don't really use it anymore either. I had a different account and I had like 700 something freaking followers, and I was like, most of them were fake, so I kind of like deleted that account. I started on a new one, but now I'm getting the fake ones coming back, and adding themselves without my approval. So it's like there's a lot of loophole and a lot of stupid crap going on with social media platforms,
What a fucking joke. Fucking clothes, more clothes. When he didn't think there was any more clothes, boom, there's more.
It's not bad out here. I just wish there wasn't so much overcast. It looks like it's like if the clouds started bunching up, it would start raining out here, Yeah, I know.
I know. You don't know shit. You don't know shit from Shiola. How about that? You know? Do you know? If If you know, you know.
I had a little bit of a run-in with a couple people this morning, Dennis, but
Oh,
I got that out of the way in the beginning of the stream, so you don't have to go back and watch it. You don't need to hear it.
when did you get done? Other than
Other
making
than that, I'm doing okay.
other than making yourself looking more guilty than you already are.
Yes, I did. It doesn't matter anyway. They still get through. They still steal pieces of my videos. They still post derogatory things. They post things from a year ago. They repost it like it was yesterday, and it's not. Then they make threats and, you know, talking about going off of social media platforms and
What?
calling people that were once my boss, people that, you know,
Oh yeah.
that I work for now and stuff like that, and, you know, causing me to lose my jobs. Well, look, I don't dabble in their life to that point and try and get them fired from their jobs, and I don't understand and I don't appreciate them threatening me about it. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody threatened
Those people
you.
don't need to be bothered. And as a matter of fact, if you want to get technical about it, like I said, a person that's a racist doesn't say, let the word slip one time and that's it. And I've been a bus driver for over 30 years. So you're going to call me a racist back then?
Back then? What? You're not even
It's
making
not a
sense.
review when they harass you and dig it up a year later and do
Ah.
it again. That's not a review.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's harassment.
Oh yeah.
That's slander. That's called dragging somebody's character through the mud because you've got nothing better else to do. You got a feeble mind, and that's the only thing you can think of. Is
Wow.
just creating more chaos, aggravation, and stress on somebody. If anybody's going to die, it's going to be because of that. Because of anxiety, and because of stress, and because my blood pressure gets raised by these idiots. That's why.
Fuck you, you fat fuck.
And that's why I still smoke.
Yeah, that's why
Oh,
I
I
don't
probably quit a long time ago.
stop fault, guys.
Yeah, but sometimes, Dennis, I don't want to keep my head up. Sometimes I just don't want to carry on, you know?
Oh.
I get tired of it.
Oh, Rich doesn't want to carry on. He doesn't want to carry on, folks. Doesn't want to carry on. Hit that like button, guys. Come on.
Because he was talking to me about something I had taken care of people in here. A mother couldn't take her kid back from the school, so she asked me to do it. And I confused what the guy was saying with what I do for people around here. Yeah, well, you know, I'm not interested in more stress. That's the problem. That's the thing is with a lot of women nowadays, it's not the same as the old days, you know. They have morals and thoughts of their own, and they just don't they don't look at things the same way that women used to, you know. I'm old school. I'm not new. And I'm not going to date somebody that's way younger than me. It's not going to work because they're on a different mental mind state, you know. No, I don't eat Taco Bell. Taco Bell is garbage. That's what they used to serve the kids in the school. The hamburger meat that they use, or whatever you want to call that crap, that's mass processed garbage.
Yeah, you should know all about that, bud.
Yeah, well, I haven't run into them. That's the problem. You know? Nobody's bashing anybody. I'm just saying what I've seen. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what they do. They go to the worst frickin' extent of the thing that they can think of, and then they wind up blaring that in my face.
Don, good morning.
That's like them sitting there saying,
Guys, I'm gonna let this play. I just gotta run down and throw some clothes in the washing
anything
machine.
like that, because there's nothing that you can do with a person that has a social media platform. You can make all the threats you want. What I'm talking about is when you go off the social media platform and you try and make somebody's life a living hell by dredging into their personal life. I don't do that to anybody, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't stoop that low. I'm gonna have to excuse my hair. It gets blown around from the wind out here. Yeah, well, you definitely don't want to meet them at a bar. That's not really too good. That's what I was always told. Usually when you go to a bar, you're meeting somebody that somebody left behind. Now, that's just what people have said to me. That's not my analyzation of it. So let's not get the channels mixed up. No, I don't do that stuff. I don't go on the internet. The internet is full of scammers and you know, it's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You see all them programs on TV for catfish, and you know, you got all these things on YouTube with predator poachers, CC unit, CPP, and all that other stuff. Dude, I don't want to talk to anybody that's, you know, underage, please. And I'm not going to take a chance and go on there and have somebody sit there and reach out to me and talk to me either. Because you don't know who you're talking to on the other side of the computer. You really don't. It's like I said, the people that bash me all the time, they think they know me. They don't know squat. And that's not a threat, that's reality. True, I understand that, Dennis. But you can't do that if somebody actually tries to threaten your livelihood, you know? It's like you have to walk on eggshells around them, and I don't like walking on eggshells around people like that because they don't deserve it. They deserve to have the crap bashed right back in their face for what they've done to somebody else. Do unto others as they do unto you, you know? Yeah. Because what that does is it creates, like, you ever seen, was it 2.5 Men, where the teacher was going out with Charlie and she got blackballed. You know what blackballing means? That means you get somebody blackballed so they can't go and work on another job because of crap they say. David, I told you many a times I've blocked them. I've actually done the audio video mixing thing. I blocked that, turned that off, do not allow. You know, there's nothing more I can do. They keep doing it anyway. Caught them yesterday doing it.
You caught them? Hey, Rich, I know you're in here now. Say hi.
Those groups.
18 people, if you're new, come on. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell for post notifications.
Into my personal life. That's it.
Help us fight this war against evil.
Call me fat. Call me fat. Want to call me Java? Call me Java. I don't give a shit. You know? The only reason why I'm not going to get that car going is because I'm stressed out about this bullshit.
Always an excuse. Never heard a grown man with an excuse for everything.
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing like if you did work somewhere. If I work somewhere else at another company.
Hit the hoagie button.
That handles kids or something like that. And they do this kind of crap. You know, now they're gone as far as calling me a pedophile. What? Because I'm fat, that makes me a pedophile?
No.
Really?
Rich, you're a pedophile because you know you're a pedophile. That's why you can't sleep at night. And why you're drinking now. And you're a fat, lazy fuck. That's why you're not driving the bus anymore. And when Mr. C finds out what you're really about, and you got cockroaches in your apartment, you're going to be the fuck out of there too.
You understand what I'm saying? There's more than one avenue to take.
After you told me you were going to make a phone call and make me disappear. My head would spin so fast.
They do know. I told them in the beginning when it first happened.
Daniel, what's going on? Yeah, this is pre-stroke. This is 4 months ago. Oh, Ryder. You alright there, Jimmy? This fucking guy, you know, he's got problems. He's a fucking pedophile. And he knows it. Telling parents to get their 14-year-old girls OnlyFans. Giving parenting advice when he's not a father. Daniel, what's going on? Your fucking brother's a mutt, man. Look at that fucking neck, Maron. That neck. Oh, Jesus.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It isn't anybody's concern about somebody's life.
You know, I feel bad for you, Daniel, and it's the same thing with Barry, with his brother Matt. I feel bad for him.
Life a living hell more than it already is.
Allegedly, supposedly, Rich tried to touch one of his family members, tried to suck on his pee-pee or something. Yep, he brings it on himself.
I want to work on a car, but it looks like it's going to rain.
Ain't gonna work. Dude, 5 fucking years. Get the car's done. Give up on it.
Behind me.
Look at him putting fucking rings on his necklace. What a fucking fanook.
Because literally all I got to do is just go here and set the
We're
car
sending
to,
prayers, Don. Guys, we gotta send prayers for Don's mother.
The other guy's telling me he did all the chalk markings on the valve covers for the firing order, which is actually
For what it's worth, Don, it seems like whenever we have a sick person in the community, whenever the prayers come, so far good things have happened, so
1-357-2468.
here we go with the 1-357-246. So who the fuck cares, Jimmy? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. 57 Bel Air. Shitbox. He should have done the 69 Olds, is what he should have done. I'm surprised he can see over the steering wheel in the 57.
No, it's not assembly lube. It wasn't meant for assembly lube. what I did was I smeared it on the head, no, not the head, the engine block to prevent rust from forming. Because if you remember, like I said in the beginning, out here, there's a lot of, I don't know, I guess you want to call it humidity or whatever, or salt in the air or whatever like that. And I remember sanding a front piece on the 69 Olds.
From what I know of, that isn't true. None of us have
scratched up shiny metal.
child by that
And the
name.
next day I came out, it was just brown, period. So, you know, that's the reason why I keep selling. I tell everybody, like, you know, they ask, well, why?
Okay, Don.
Why
I
don't
mean,
just wait to
Daniel.
paint it and leave it, you know, plain metal. I'm like, because you can't. It turns to rust. If you look in the bottom ones of my video, you're going to see the fender on the passenger side is nothing but rust. And I managed to get that painted and covered up because I didn't want the
184. Yeah.
air and, you know, whatever garbage is in the air to make it worse, you know. So you sand the rust off, you put primer on it. After you
You
clean
could
it,
put him in a
and
fucking
then,
shop
paint it. And that's
with
what
a
I did to
lift,
try and
and
protect
guess
metal.
what, guys? That fucking thing still wouldn't run. You could give him fucking his 50s tools. You
Yeah, I see your comments later.
give him all snap-on tools. Guess what? The result would be no different. Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm looking at everybody's comments.
Same thing with the fucking boom boxes.
That's how I can tell.
T you guys, this dude does not do motherboards. There's no way he's soldering those small pieces. No fucking way. He's like a bull in a china shop. We've already seen his finesse with the car.
What'd you say about the main bearings, David? Hold on, I want to read this.
I want to read this. Always worried about who's pulling in. Now he doesn't even go outside. He just sits in the house.
What we got for the upper part is I got a couple of quarts of oil to lube everything, but I'm thinking maybe the fuel pump, not the fuel pump. David, I'm thinking maybe the oil pump is no good.
Hey, David, I'm thinking maybe, you know. So Rich right now is at $9.97. What he does in
I'm trying to read what everybody's saying here, but
time.
just hang on there a second. Bear with me, folks. When you get
Exactly,
compression
Daniel.
test.
Exactly.
Well, see, that's the problem. When you do a dry compression test, you're not going to get much compression. You know what I mean? Especially because, like, it's been sitting there since I sold that house. So it's not really been, you know, it hasn't been fired up or anything. So it ran a couple of times for whatever time there was, you know, was gas in the carburetor. That was it. And I still don't think that was enough time for it to bring any oil up. Yeah, but if I already know what.
See, he's always getting I know.
To do a dry compression test on the car, it's going to be like either 0 or it's going to be like 25. There's not going to be any compression.
Well, that's a problem.
You know what I'm saying? And as soon as I put oil in there, or oil drops in those cylinders, that's when it climbs up.
Yeah, brother, would love to have you as a member.
What's going on is the rings are just scraping the cylinder walls. That's what it's doing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the oil pump's bad. I mean, it looked like one of the original things they put in there or had in there. Either that or the damn string keeps falling off and dropping into the oil pan. Yeah, but the thing is, what I'm saying later is...
Love to have you in the community, Daniel.
Before you try and fire him?
Yeah, Rich don't know dick. I want to see, like I said, I want to see him start that car like he did before. Let that thing run for 5
Well, we
minutes.
already know that if I try and fire this thing over and get a dry compression test, it's only going to reach 20.
Let it run for 5 minutes and then rev it up.
Higher than that. And I don't know if it's because...
Yeah, we appreciate the subscription, Daniel.
But the minute the oil goes in, is the minute it creates like a seal. And then, you know, the compression goes up.
That's pretty bad, Rich. Your own brother fucking unsubscribed from you. What's that tell you?
Man.
What does that tell you, folks?
False rating, right? Well, I had a compression tool in my Jeep.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think
wrap
I
your
took that out
fucking
of the
mojo.
car. And I know I had a double fire tool in there. That's about it. That's all I have left. All my other tools were freaking stolen by the morons.
Let me grab him. Let me get him on the leash.
The only thing that was left was they had a bucket of my tools
Hold on a second,
in
folks.
the carport, and when they weren't there, I went there and
Come on.
took the bucket, put it in my car, and boy, was that a haul.
Yeah.
How many what? It's kind of hard to read. What times do I have to say this? It's not two-stroke. Well, then I'm only going to get a reading of 25. I can guarantee that. It's not going to be 90. It's not going to be 110. All right, so then I have to get another engine in, like 2X was telling me. But I don't really, you know, I don't have the time or the energy right now to locate an engine and you know, get it put in. I'd have to have somebody else do it. I can't do it anymore, you know. I tried with the oil pan gasket, and that was the last thing I did on that car. I couldn't get the starter in because I couldn't keep my arms up there trying to hold it in place and put the bolt in, you know, because the bolt, I couldn't see it. No, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying, in general, that's what happens. Like when you leave it sit, whatever oil's in there, you know, if there's not much in there, it just drains right back into the oil pan. And plus my car, that 57 has actually got a water channel or a water jacket is leaking. So that means one of the head gaskets has got to be replaced already. I'm not blaming anybody for anything later. Hang on. Go back inside because I can't see it out here. Too bright out there and I can't see a thing. I know it's aggravating because I don't see it, that's why. Something I don't hear you or I don't pay attention to it. True, because I did have water on the floor on the passenger side, so. But there was a drip, well, not even a drip, it was like a driplet of water when I was doing the oil pan gasket, the one piece. There was like a driplet on the inside up by the piston that I had replaced. Now, like I said, it could be the water channel, maybe, you know, a water jacket or whatever. Maybe it didn't seat right, or maybe I didn't tighten it down right, or It could be that there's a crack in the block, or it could be that, just, that's what everybody's telling me. They're telling me to get a 350 engine. Well, right now, the guy actually the guy put the heads back on, and he said there wasn't no antifreeze in the oil pan, but I could see it, like there's a level where the oil stops, and then there's a continuation of some form of liquid in there, and it smells like gas, but it's not very oily, like not very slippery. Well, I could do that. I could start from one, but the only problem is, Richard, is I can't go all the way back on the passenger side because I'd have to go up underneath the car in order to thread the thing in. There's not room enough for me to squeeze my back hands in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think the whole block's got to be redone except for the rod bearings. Rod bearings are good, and the timing chain. So from the head gasket up. Right, but it's not very slippery, and it does smell like pure gas. John, that's easier said than done. You can't enjoy it if it won't run. You know what I mean? Right, but here's the problem with that I'm kind of, worried about. All right, this is my concern. I'm not worried about taking the engine out and putting the 350 in. My problem is the transmission that's in there. It's fine. There's no problem with it at all. It's not leaking any fluid or anything. Okay, but the bell housing, because it's the cast iron transmission, may not fit on a 350. You understand what I'm saying? And plus, I definitely, if I'm going to drop that engine in there, I have to have somebody helping me. I can't do that by myself. It's impossible to sit there and try and, balance a transmission on a little hydraulic jack with a piece of 2x4, All right, because I was concerned with the bell housing being different with the cast iron casing of the transmission, because that transmission is the earliest version of transmission, that goes with that car. In other words, it's the same trans that they had on the Corvette that belched a quart of trans fluid on the ground through the dipstick tube, because the torque converter held more fluid than the trans can did, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, all right, just making sure. But I'm definitely gonna have to get somebody to help me. I'll probably get that mail courier, my friend, the one that's got the, what is it, 55 or 57 Chieftain, the one I put in the starter. Because I don't know anybody else up here. I'm very thin as far as friends are concerned. But see, the thing is, later,
Guys,
at some points, I like to do the work myself because it gives me the experience of stuff that I've not done before. Like,
all right, listen, guys. Unfortunately, I gotta wrap this up
right now. The only thing
because I have a
car.
cousin who just stopped by. Guys, thank you for coming by. I will catch up with you guys all later on. Have a great day.